Peace, peace, peace. Welcome back to Mixy City. I'm your host, Shelly, and today I'm riding solo. And the reason being why I'm riding solo is because I wanted to discuss the benefits of cloth pads versus disposable. So, fellas, don't leave me just yet because this could be beneficial if you have a wife, girlfriend, or maybe a daughter or a niece. So don't leave. So I just wanted to just share my story real quick. I have been using I said diapers. Our daughter did use cloth diapers, but have been using cloth pads for over 3 years now, and it don't matter if I'm on vacation or if I'm staying at someone's house. No matter what the situation is, I haven't gone back to disposable, and I never will. I don't like disposable. And just like a quick benefits with cloth pads, the environment, so you don't have to worry about toxic waste because this is something that you could wash over and over and use it again. So that for starters. Two, you can see as a woman, tell exactly what's going on in your body. So versus just taking off your pad real quick, wrap it up with toilet paper and throw it in the bin, it's a different process. You get to see everything. So it's very personal. You become your own doctor, which I'm sure we all striving for, is to learn our body enough that we become our own doctors. But it helps with my pain as well. So I don't go through rough periods anymore, or moon cycle, whatever you like to call it. I don't go through that no more. I used to be on my menstrual for 7 days, sometime 8. It dropped that down to 4. And I know it's because of the cloth pads, because I've been doing my research. So I know for a fact it's because of that. And I also have other options just in case you're a tampon kind of girl. Like, I have option for that too. So just keep watching. I'm gonna definitely start off with the cups. So hold on. So here I have 2 cups, and if you decide to go with the cups, you may not need your pads. It's up to you. I just wanted to try everything to see what works better for me. So I do have these 2 cups, and they're Lena cups. And what you do is you fold it and just tuck it in, and it opens up and it catches the blood. Sorry, I gotta say blood. I'm gonna say blood a few times. Sorry. And you keep them in this here. And I wore it before at work, where I'll keep it in for 8 hours and come home, change it, no leak. None whatsoever. So those are the cups. How you clean the cups is I use peroxide and water, and hot water. So hot water, peroxide, and your cup is clean. Each time you use it, you should clean it each cycle. Every day I will just wash it out with a Diva cup wash that they have. I'll use that. I'm gonna leave a picture of it as well. Now, this is the sea sponge, and it's from the sea. Yes, ma'am. Also, these are silicones, if you're wondering. Got tied up in there. So I did add the string to it, just so when they're inside, I'm able to pull it back out. And it's different size of sea sponge. These same format I used to clean it. You do need to wet it before inserting, but you have to make sure that it's squeezed out properly. It's lots of video here on YouTube that you can watch about it if you're interested. Hope you are after this. All right, so let's go on to the pads, because the pads are my favorite. I don't like having things inside, but I do sometimes. Like I said, if I'm on vacation or at someone's house and I'm not able to wash my pads, I'm gonna bring these with me. All right, so for starters, we have different size of pads. So these are the smallest size I have, which these are 6 inches. So we do them by length and absorbency level. So these are light, they're considered light, and the size are 6 inches. So this would consist of a liner. So maybe an everyday liner, or when you first start if you're light, or when you're almost finished and you're light, you throw in some liners. Next size I have is 8 inches, and you'll see that they might be in different shapes. That's a fun thing that you could get done to your pad too. Your pad is going to be tailored to you, so that's the fun thing about cloth pads. So this is an 8 inch, and this is a medium. So the absorbency is medium. So you have light, medium, heavy, extra heavy. You could get whatever you want. Just talk to the person that's making the pads for you, which I will leave links below. I did went on Etsy, and they're also on Facebook. So this is an 8. This is a 9. And real quick, these are peak toppers, and these are cotton. So peak toppers, I love peak toppers. As you get into this pad thing, you'll learn more. I learned that I like peak toppers because it keeps the area dry. So it does pull away the moisture of your blood, sorry, and keeps this area dry, because I'm the type of person, every time I use the bathroom, I change my pad because I don't like the wetness on my body. So that's your 9 inch. You could get 10 inches, but I don't have any 10 inch. Actually, I do. I have one 10 inch. This is a 10 inch. You can see the difference. So you can see the different sizes. Okay, and now for overnights. So, you know, you're going to sleep, you need some protection, right? Bam, got you covered. 12 inches here. These are just some 12 inches, and I do get my 12 inches in medium. I do have a few heavy, but they're mostly medium. These are all 12 inches. This is a peak topper again. So you do see like different makers. These are 3 different makers that I use. Who Yurtcraft, who Beach Bottoms, Who's in Your Panties. They're all on Facebook and Etsy. So I'll leave their link below. They're my favorite shops to use. So you have that. Then you also have, this is a 9 inch. So you have the different style. So it comes in different style, like I said. We have this one that's a little wider. This is also a crushed velvet topper. Feels very good. And you also have minky toppers, which this used to be great for me in New York wintertime. It just feels so cozy and you feel so comfortable in it. Also, your pads should not smell. If you're washing them correctly, it shouldn't smell, and I'll show you that in a few. So now, let's go on to, let's say you just had a baby or you have really heavy flows. 14 inches at you, heavy. So you see? This is a 14 inch. This is a 16 inch. Just so you see the difference. So you could compare 12, 14, 16, and these two are heavy absorbency. Now you're probably wondering, okay, Shelly, how do I carry these pads outside the house? So let's start with inside the house. So you need a wet bag. And a wet bag, it does have a material inside that keeps the smell inside. And it also prevent mildew and stuff like that. So this is what it looks like inside. And I just hang this on my bathroom, in my bathroom, and throw my pads in there. Now, if I'm outside, these things are called pad wrappers. I have a lot of these, by the way, but I'm using a Halloween one because, you know, we're in October, it's almost Halloween. So, it's the same. It's just like a little flip top. Tuck your pads in here, and you're good to go. So let me just demonstrate and show you. So we use a Miss Betty. We open up, fold just as you would with a regular pad, right? And then tuck it in. Close it up to keep the smell in so your purse don't smell funky, and bam, you're ready to go, or you're ready to, I don't know, I guess it could be a clean pad or your soil pad. That's how you fold it and put it in here. All right, so now we know how to travel. You could also get like a size like this too. And this is like, maybe you're a nurse, you do 12-hour shift, you do longer shifts, and you don't want to have a bunch of pad wrappers in your bag, which this is what I do. I don't really use this as much. But in that case, what you could do is put your soil pads in here and keep your clean ones in here. And just tuck that in your bag. If you're going the pad route, if you're going the cup route, it's a little easier because it'll be inside of you for 8 hours. If you put it in properly, it should be no leak. Now, next up, because you know, I have white pads. I have a lot of white pads that not soil, and all these pads I'm showing you, like I said, I've been doing this for 3 years or more. I wore them before. So, okay, how do you clean them? So, cleaning is pretty easy. I tried different methods. So my first method I used to do was, as soon as I remove the pad, wash it out in the sink, and then roll it up, put it in my wet bag. Then at the end of my cycle, I would soak them with this. So I'll use the cup that comes with it, and I got this from the Dollar Tree. You'd use like 2 of these, put it in a pail with cold water, let them sit overnight to get everything out, and then throw them in the washer. So that was my first way of doing it. Then what I started doing was, when I take them off, just put them in my wet bag, don't wash them out at all. At the end of my cycle, do this process again, where I put it in the cold water, let it rinse, then wash it. Now, my other way of doing things, and I realized I don't need a stain stick when I do this step. Also, you do need this. I got this from Walmart, or you could get it online. It's like 98 cents. This is $1. So what I do is I wait till the end of my cycle. Then I go ahead and put them in the machine, cold water. Put 2 of these in there, let them wash them again, do a rinse, then add my detergent. Do not use fabric softener on them. Like I said, they shouldn't have any smell. So they shouldn't smell like soap. They shouldn't smell yucky. They should smell good. That's my favorite process of doing it. You could look at it to see what works for you. Maybe you're a person that want to wash as you go. That's fine too. What else? So we discussed the different type of toppers. So you have cotton, because you know everyone is different. Maybe you're allergic to this, allergic to that. So you do have cotton, you do have minky, you do have crushed velvet, you do have peak, which is my favorite topper. The back needs to always, for the most part, be Winpro. It's the best backer in my opinion, because I don't have leaks messing with Winpro back. So to prevent leak, make sure you're looking to see if your back is Winpro. Your back could be flannel, because this is a flannel, but I was okay with it because it's a, this to me would consider a liner or for a light flow. So it's fine. Now, once you go cloth, it's kind of hard to go back to disposable, and I highly recommend it. Like I said, it has a lot of benefits. You get to monitor your body more. As women, we do need to do that more, like to know what's going on with our body. So it's a good way to do that. If you do have any questions, I did went over how much you might need. So it depends on your flow. So like I said, I was a 7-day person, so I start off with 8 pads. That was not enough because I changed my pad a lot. Like I was saying, I don't like feeling the wet, and at the time I didn't know about the different toppers yet. So all mine were cotton, and I was over it. I was like, okay, I need more pads. This is not enough. So I would suggest starting out with 20 to 25, and that should be able to last you for your cycle. Depends how heavy you are. Just go and think about, okay, how often do I change my pad? And if you want, maybe you could get a cup and then get a few pads and see which one you like better. So I have over 100 now, so don't be excessive like me, but I feel like each month when I'm monitored, I'm wearing between 23 to 30 pads. So just keep that in mind. And it turns out cheaper. At first, it's going to cost more than a Always or Maxi pad, because those disposable are like, what, $5-6, versus one of these pads might be $5-8. So it's going to be more, but it's an investment. Like I said, I had these pads, most of them over 2 years, 3 years. So you definitely save more in the long run with your cloth pads. So we went over how much you would need, the different sizes, and the size could go as small as 5 inch. So you could get 5 inch all the way up to 20 inches. Absorbency, where you can purchase it, I'll leave the links below. Like I said, Etsy, Facebook, Instagram, they're there. There's a lot of women that are doing this, so when I started, it was a little bit, but now it's so much reviews on it that you could try it for yourself. I bought the cups off of Amazon, so like I said, I leave the link, and we went through how you can wash them. And if you're worried about leak, that won't be an issue if you're changing your pad as often as you should. And as far as stain goes, like I say, if you take the proper steps, washing them, smell and stains won't be an issue. As far as bulkiness, you could wear leggings, whatever it is, you still can wear. It won't be bulky, trust me. I feel like the disposables are more bulkier than cloth pads. So definitely give it a try, ladies. Hope you enjoyed this video today. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and we'll definitely see you in our next video. Peace.